Genki Call here with the Emerald Encounter World event for the week of September 12th, 2022. But first, the lore. Bakir the Wise told us these shards we found were the blood of a new giant. He sensed there may be a threat to Kristara from these new creatures, and we agreed to see where else they might be. We'd some rumors of troubles in the Forest of Thorns. He senses a disturbance in the force. That was kind of lame, but whatever. Anyway, Emerald Encounter. There have been rumors of unrest in Forest of Thorns, blah, blah, blah. So you can see the tracks and the crystals. The scoring is not bad if you know what to look for. So I will bring that up on the screen for you right this second. Boop. So the Emerald Giant is the one that you want to go for every time you see it because he'll only appear every 4 fights. He'll give you the most points, and if you don't fight him, he disappears until you do another 4 fights. After that, it's rarity, order, alphabetical order. So Forest Guardian over Willow, Leocorn over Rhinogore, and avoid the Bunnycorn at all costs, if you can. You know, if you're going for max points. So let me take that down, and I'll show you the teams I have. Unfortunately, if you don't have Queen Beetrix or Venoxia, you're kind of gonna struggle with this. I do have one team here for people that they can use without legendaries, and then I have a cheese team for people with no legendaries. This I think is actually going to be pretty fun. But let's check this out. Bogstrider is up front here. He's a fantastic mana generator. He'll entangle the enemies if they hit him, or he'll entangle them when he does skull damage. He has skull damage reduction. He's really an excellent troop and a great mana generator. Zhenniao is here as your damage dealer, your main damage dealer. It's to a random enemy, unfortunately, but Zhenniao, if you've ever used it or fought it in Arena, you know that this thing can loop really nicely. And so between the Bogstrider and Zhenniao, you should have some nice looping going on. Marilith is, of course, amazing at mana gen as well, and will do some damage to the enemy along the way. And then War and Peace. Why War and Peace? It's the only weapon I know of that is free to get just for getting your green and brown mana mastery up that does damage to all enemies. So trying to make this a little easier on you, but goodness gracious, I do not love this team. The next one I think is going to be fun though, and it was not my idea. I got it from a guildmate. So let's see how this works. Take out the Valraven for sure. Alright, and I've done some battles already. I wanted to test out one of my teams to see if it would work, and it did. Look, we're looping! Alright, and War and Peace. Gotta watch out for the Gluttmaw, because he can devour you! No! Oh, this event is gonna suck if you don't have the legendaries. I'm sorry. If you have access to the underworld and you have Chaos Shards, go to the Deep Hive and get yourself Queen Beetrix if you can. Seriously. Because it's just going to be awful otherwise. Alright, do I have this ready? I do. Alright. So one of my guildmates is using 4 pet gnomes. I think it's fantastic. Pet gnome, you know, he's going to summon a beast. And then he's going to run away. So you can get just a variety of things here. I forgot, I'm using Archer for all but one of these teams, and I have it maxed out, so I need to change it. I also need to change the banner because, yeah, as I need it for my, for, my mind is gone. Campaign. I need it for campaign, so I gotta do that. And then I need to want to change the class. This is the last class I have with Nature's Aura that is not maxed out, so I'm gonna use this one. So anyway, I apologize for that inconvenience while you watch me do this, but I thought it was more important to give you the teams with the ideal setup already there so you didn't have to change anything. Anyway, 3 pet gnomes and a summoning weapon Doesn't matter which one. You could even use the Essence of Evil or any weapon at all here you want. But I think that something that generates mana is going to be super helpful. So, yeah, let's see if we can get this guy to run away and... Nope. He does absolutely nothing unless he runs away. If he runs away, though, if he runs, you're going to get a summon. So let's try again. Nothing. Okay, so it's going to be slow, but it could be slow. It could be very fast for you. We'll see. Let's see. He didn't run. How come he always runs the first cast when it's the AI doing it? That is so unfair. Okay, so let's try this again. Yay! And he didn't summon a beast. I thought he would summon in where he was missing, but that's okay. We'll just do this. Da-dum-dum. Kinda, Alright, now he'll summon. Alright. And we got a random beast. Okay, Archimedes, right? Archimedes.
Oh, good.
Scatter damage, boosted... You know, it is what it is. It's a cheese team. It might be fun. It might not, depending on how... Ooh, Umanath. Umanath. Cool. See, that's the thing. You never know what you're going to get when you summon. So, let's try this. Meow. You know, it's not amazing, but it's an option. You can always just use one pet gnome. You could use no pet gnomes, but if you don't have an explodey summony weapon, he could be something that summons for you. Anyway, the next team does not use Queen Beetrix. It does use Legendaries, but it doesn't use Beetrix. It's the only team I have that doesn't use Beetrix. But it's a skull spamming team because we have a boost from the skulls this time. Ah, you can change this banner. I forgot to change it for the team, but I'm going to change this once again to Barbarian. And Bogstrider for skull protection. We're going to create skulls here. Essence of Evil is what I've got on the team code. I'm going to switch it. You can use any weapon you want here, just whatever you feel like. I, however, am going to use... I'm going to go all in on the... I'm going to go all in on the skulls and do this. Because it's going to be fun. All right. Yes, I want to leave that banner. So I tested this out. I tested it a few times to see if it would work. Nimue and Forest Guardian actually have a very nice synergy because Nimue is going to, hold on, I gotta pull her up, transform yellow skulls red to purple, then he's going to take the purple and transform them to skulls. And then the brown gems to green, which will feed the whole team. So we're going to do this. So do I have alignment for, I have to remember what she does. Hold on, it just looked red to purple, no alignment. This is purple to skulls, so again, no alignment. That will blow things up. Reset the board. Why didn't that do much? It seems like that didn't do much. Alright, we'll do this. Okay, brown to green, right? Brown to green, but this is brown to skulls. So we have alignment for brown to skulls, so I'm going to do that instead. Okay, I'm going to have to show this at a higher level. Because, anyway, we have a boost from skulls and spells. Pardon. I have to cough. Hold on. Your sound effect for the day. All right, so want to show that at a higher level. I'm forgetting something. Doggone it. A little bit of a conflict between the Forest Guardian and this, but like I said, you can use any weapon you want here. I remember I was going to show you all of the things that are possible to get from the shop. If you are very, very lucky, you might be able to get any of these mythics. If you're lucky enough to pull a mythic, it could be any of these. So Also, anything else here, you won't be able to get the Emperinazar or any of the um my brain you won't be able to get any of the faction troops from the shop. But besides that, like you won't be able to get Gob Truffle, unfortunately. You have to use shards for that and Emperinazar. Um but or Queen Beetrix, you can't get those, but pretty much everything else you see here, you know, not the faction ones, but all of these mythics are in the drop table if you get very lucky in the shop. So now that I've remembered to do that, let's use this one more time and then I will switch to showing you all of the Beetrix teams. All right. Yeah, I gave him a match 4, I know. This is yellow to skulls, and I forgot again, red to purple, because I don't use her very often. Red to purple, no alignment, so we'll do this. And that's the problem with this team, is you have to stop and think, do I have alignment? But that can be fun. You know, you can go on autopilot and just use Venoxia and or Queen Bee, or you can go with something like this where you're using skulls and um, doing something different. So yellow, this is, I can't remember, purple to skulls, and brown to green. We have no alignment. Fine. Ruin my example, why don't you? And I might have alignment. Like I said, I don't use um, this kind of setup very often. I think it's fun, but again, it's slow because you have to stop and think. So we have no alignment here. I could just take them all out with the glaive right now. Probably just like that. And then purple to skulls, we'll go ahead and do that. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Anyway, we'll go ahead and move on to the next team. And this one, ooh, Emerald Giant. Take it every time you see it. Manage, paste. And, you know, it's just your basic setup. It's a fantastic team. Essence of Evil, you can use whatever you want here, but Leprechaun for a quick start if you need it. I really don't think that if you have 2 tiers in the shop and you've got a medal, or not a medal, but if you've got 2 tiers in the shop, just 2 tiers for the enchant, the explosion, you don't even need the Leprechaun here. Just throw in a second Beetrix or a second Venoxia, and you'll be good to go. So that is my opinion on all of these teams, except for one. There's one you'll need the Leprechaun for, but and you could put Marilith in here instead, up to you. Because that way there's not a conflict between Venoxia and Leprechaun, but you know, it doesn't really matter. There's going to be so much mana. And right, banner, no, this way. Forest of Thorns is right there. Class, there we go. Equip. Okay. Again, sorry for the delay. Grabbing the next team while that loads. Something a little different for the next team. A little different. We'll go ahead and we'll do that, just so he can't get away. And Venoxia. Venoxia feeds Beetrix. She feeds herself. She feeds this. So, yeah. Rhinogore, level 10. I mean, it's level 10. But I'll go ahead and do this so I can show you, you know, and explain the basic setup. This one is a little different. Normally, I don't like to mix regular damage with true damage, but in this case, I kind of wanted to show off the Garland staff. I love this weapon. It's fun to use because it's going to do some scatter damage, no big deal, but it gives 1 to 2 status effects to all allies. All allies, and that can be really fun because it could be enchant, it could be barrier, it could be bless, it could be anything at all, and it could be 2. So anyway, Bogstrider is just up here to protect from skulls, and Beetrix, of course, to just destroy things. Like I said, I really don't think that you need Leprechaun. This guy is just here for skull protection, and then I'll cast this, although it's not going to show. But we got Enrage, and we got Enchant on some of them, so I need a higher level. There, we'll do that one again. We'll do that again so we can, maybe show that off a little better. Grabbing the next team. Grabbing the next team. All right, blow things up. Kapow! All right, Garland staff. So this time we got Reflect. I also got Enrage on this one. I might have gotten Enchant. I don't think so, though. I just think this one got two. But yeah, something different, something fun. A little different in Bunnycorn. All right, edit. Next team, manage, paste. Remember how I said I don't think that you need a mana generator? Queen Beetrix, an explodey weapon. I chose this one simply because it's red and green and it explodes brown gems. And there are going to be lots of brown gems on the board. You could totally use the Jar of Eyes or anything that explodes brown gems or any explodey weapon at all. Essence of Evil, whatever you want. So, we'll show this one a couple of times because this is, level 10. And then we'll switch to the ones with Mythics. I have two teams with Mythics. Not bothering to go for Sycorax this time around, as I really don't think you need him. If you've got any medals and or badges, then you're good to go. You're not going to need Sycorax for the protection that he gives. So you want to do the lowest level of each battle. I'm doing a higher one to kind of try and show this team a little better. Let's do this. So here's your mana gen besides Queen Bee. Queen Bee is going to create mana for the whole team. But if you need it, you've got an Explodey, you've got something to replace Exploded and Summon. You've got something to replace Beetrix if you lose her to Skulls. So, next team. Next team. Okay, hold on. Alright. Edit. Manage. Paste. Oops, I forgot to change on the last one, didn't I? So this one, Archer is very appropriate for this team. You've got this 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal. You do have your hero up front. I'm changing it though. And then the Wild Queen and Beetrix, are you kidding? With Marilith? Great team. All right, and banner. I gotta change the banner. I'm so sorry for the delay. I'm so sorry. It's such a delay. But, I did it for you. So that you can have a good team set up. All right, so skull spamming is fun. Whee! Am I even going to get a chance to show this? With Essence of Evil, always cast on the first enemy, except that just killed them. But Wild Queen, there you go. You can use, yeah, Beetrix is going to feed. Oh, it's just such a good team. I love it. If there was something to transform the green gems into skulls, that would be even better. But so you want to go in alphabetical order here. Forest Guardian over Willow. So we'll do that. And that's just such a fun team. I may use that one. And then the last team I have for you is also skull spamming, and we are going to do that right now. Lord of Slaughter, yes. So this one I'm using Elementalist on because Lord of Slaughter is amazing. He's gonna, unless he gets stunned, he is going to do true damage with his skulls. He is amazing, but he's squishy. He only has 25% skull damage reduction, so running with Elementalist is highly recommended to protect him from skulls. Also, you can cast Essence of Evil on the first slot unless it's about to die to entangle it. That will work as well. Again, I've got to change this. Here we go. Force of Thorns. And class, I'm not leaving an Elementalist. I'm low enough level. I am not worried about it. So I'm going to switch that once again to something that creates green at the start of the battle. Leprechaun, you don't necessarily even need. You could put a second Beetrix here. You could put, even better, you could put Venoxia on this team. Because Venoxia will feed herself and Lord of Slaughter. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I think that would be better, actually, to put Venoxia here. So, normally you don't want to cast unless you've got a match 4, a guaranteed match 4, and I do. Or if there's lots of brown on the board. He's going to create 6 brown gems, and then everything turns to Doom Skulls. Kapow! Ah! It's so fun. I love it. Yeah! Anyway, these teams were basically meant to inspire you. You know, mix things up, do what you want to do, have fun with it. It's a really easy event if you have Beetrix and or Venoxia. If you don't, that kind of sucks, and I'm sorry. But let's do this with Venoxia this time. Or you can do Venoxia and Beetrix. So the nice thing about Beetrix, ooh, actually, let's do this. Because Beetrix is going to create brown for the Lord of Slaughter to transform. So let's do both. That'll be fun. And use it with the Labyrinth banner. So let's take this in and do this. I'll add this to the description as well. Here we go, here we go. One more thing to do. Yeah, we don't have anything to explode, but once you get going, this is going to be really good. So, actually, yeah, we'll take the skulls. So, do we have alignment? We actually do. But there's quite a bit of brown on the board. You can see there are 16 gems here plus 6. That's gonna hit. But yeah, there we go. Yay! Okay, that's what I've got for you folks. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know your favorite teams down in the description, or not the description, I'm sorry, down in the comments. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you folks soon. Bye-bye!